Hello and welcome to the first Frasier Fans podcast. We're here. My name's Will. I'm the creator of Frasier Fans, and I'm here with my brothers Tom and Ed.
Hello.
What's up? So we're going to be discussing a bit of Frasier tonight. Just an introduction. We'll be doing a few of these, but this is our first one. So we're going to start off by just quoting one of the tweets we got in from. This is from @dumbstupidfake, and when we said we were doing our podcasts,
Good name.
They replied with, "I'm so irrationally excited for this that I could kick a kitten through an electric fan." So thanks for that. We're very excited too.
You're expecting a lot.
And we hope you enjoy it.
Good luck to the kittens.
We're recording here from Yorkshire in England. So hello to everyone all over. We've got followers from Australia and America and all over the UK. So hello to everybody.
A special hello to Perry Gilpin if she's listening.
Yep, we're very proud to have Perry as an actual follower to Frasier Fans, so it's an honour. And thanks very much. So we're going to start our first podcast. We thought, just to get the ball rolling, we're all going to discuss our favourite episodes and why they're our favourites. And feel free to give us a tweet afterwards with what you think is your favourite episode. So firstly, we'll go with me. I'm Will. And my favourite episode, after narrowing it all down, I'd have to say that Ski Lodge is my favourite episode.
It's a popular one.
Yeah, too common.
So the reason I've gone with Ski Lodge is because, aside from the great script writing in Frasier, is the brilliant comic sketches and slapstick. And I think this episode has a bit of both.
And Guy.
Yeah, Guy has to be one of the best guest characters, I think, in Frasier.
Really?
Brilliant story all the way through. I think the whole chasing each other is great. The in and outs of doors and the miscommunications is brilliant. Guy really adds to this. I'm not too sure. I don't know how you guys in America feel, but there are a few bad English accents in Frasier, and I think this is an example of one of those.
No, the pain you're going through. I mean, I've never been divorced myself, but my last boyfriend was. Eventually.
She must be right up there.
Yeah.
With the worst versions of an English accent in Frasier.
Which we'd all have to say.
Oh, weirdly, I was watching one today with an English character. The butler.
Oh, yeah.
He's got a good issue.
Yeah, he's good. He must be English, surely.
Presume so. What's his name? Henderson.
Henderson's got a great one. Yeah. But we'd have to say that Clive, Daphne's boyfriend, has to have the worst English accent we've ever heard.
So, what brings you to Seattle?
My undying love for you. Oh, damn, I meant to lead up to that. Sorry.
So let us know what you think about that in America and see if you have picked up on that as well. But yeah, I'd say Ski Lodge is my favourite. What do you think, boys?
It's a great episode. Some really good timing in this episode. I particularly like the moment when Niles finds Guy in his bed.
Yeah.
And does a great double take.
Oh, my God. What are you doing in here with Guy?
Don't be jealous, Niles. It's not how it looks.
It's a good one. It's a classic. Maybe a bit too on the nose, if you ask me, mate.
Go on then. Right, so over to Ed with his favourite.
Oh, we finished with Ski Lodge?
Yeah, well, I'll argue my points back against yours.
I've got to say, best episode by not a long way, but it's always been a favourite of mine, is Coffee with Niles.
It's a good choice.
Final episode to arguably the best series. I'm putting my neck out there. Best series.
Wow.
Best episode.
Big statements there from Ed. As it happens, actually, John Mahoney, who plays Martin, also said that this is his favourite ever episode, was Coffee with Niles.
Which is funny, because he's not in it that much.
It is, rarely featured. But he liked the whole fact it was set in one place. He thought it was quite theatrical, almost like a stage play. It's set in one set.
I think it's possibly the only episode which is set almost in real time.
Yeah.
The only breaks in the actual sort of continuity when someone goes to the bathroom. I think that generally coincides with where they take an advert break. But the rest of it is actually in real time. So it's an actual 25 minutes of their lives.
Yeah. And in comparison with Ski Lodge, I think it's
the other side
got
of Frasier,
serious.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's got that serious undertone. It's got nice morals. It's all about the big question of whether Frasier's happy, and we go in and out of that until we finally find out.
But it's still full of laughs.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
Some great moments.
It's a classic. It's an absolute classic.
And it also covers kind of everyone's story. There's the whole thing is about whether Frasier's happy, but then you've got Niles and whether he's in love with Daphne, and there's that great moment when he spits his coffee out. And then there's the whole thing with them forgetting Martin's birthday as well. So
Funny bit of continuity there, Martin's birthday, because later on they were supposedly been fighting all these years.
Yeah,
over
for the
buying
best
presents,
present.
but
The Agady's the...
this one they forgot it. But hey ho, we're starting off then, weren't we?
Yeah. So we've got mine and Ed's favourites. Tom, what's yours?
Well, I've gone maybe slightly more left field than the previous two choices. I would probably have to say that Coffee with Niles is also my favourite episode, but I was thinking sort of a bit further out than probably the most favourite episodes. You know, if you go on the internet, like Innkeepers, which is great, episodes like that. And I went for 3 Dates and a Breakup. It's good not only because it's an extended episode, so you just get a bit more Frasier,
Always nice.
but it's I've got this bit. Change my page. Right, hang on.
A few technical issues here.
We'll just cut that bit. Right. Yeah, there's lots of good bits about this episode. For one thing, it's probably just about the best episode with Sherry, who isn't my favourite peripheral character. She can sometimes grate a little bit.
No, but you come to love her, I think.
You
She's
do.
one of those
No,
ones who I
not
didn't
for
like
me.
at the start, but now
Not
I've
for
kind
me.
of...
No, there's a couple of episodes I like her in. She's in
She's always irritating.
the episode where
The Halloween.
Daphne and her
Yeah,
have an argument.
Daphne hates Sherry.
Yeah,
so-
she's good in that.
Yeah,
and
she is.
That's an excellent episode as well.
Not
But
for
she's
me.
good in this one, and she works as a good comedy foil for Frasier, and she keeps on scaring off her dates.
No, she's too irritating to like.
Okay,
I don't mind. I think you get some nice stories around her.
yeah, you do. I think she's by herself. She can be a little bit annoying, but sometimes she work. The other cast members work well off her.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So she works well in this episode. She keeps on scaring off Frasier's dates, and there's some good comedy timing out of that.
You got to love. Also, I know a lot of you guys are fans of Eddie, and I think this is a good episode for Eddie.
I was about to
Every
say,
time he comes
that's-
in and eats the thing.
One of
the
my,
meals.
I think it's possibly the best episode with Frasier and Eddie's bonding.
Yeah.
There's an excellent bit where he's setting up for his first date, and he starts giving tips to Eddie on how to woo the Pekingese from the park.
Yeah.
All right, young Edward. Learn from the master. Oh, just follow these time-honored traditions, and you too might get lucky with that young Pekingese peach you've been eyeing in the park.
So there's some good bits there, and the party that starts excellent. Frasier's is most amusingly pompous because he's having a bit of luck with the women for once.
Oh, it's
And
brilliant. Yeah, with
is
Niles
becoming
coming over.
increasingly infuriated by his overconfidence.
I suppose you've come over here to gloat because a woman came on to you.
Oh, no, hardly. I wouldn't do that sort of thing. Come over to gloat because two women came on to me.
Two?
My God, I've never had a night like this in my entire life. I'm a babe magnet. I'm catnip.
I think I feel a fur ball coming up. Tell me your second conquest wasn't that haughty filly in the white dress, Kimberly Egan?
No, your path is clear.
Oh, what's the point? I can't take another rejection.
Well, Niles, tell you what. Seeing as how Cupid has so amply stocked my quiver this evening, I will try a shot on your behalf.
Ah, God, you're unbearable.
So yeah, overall, it's a bit of a different episode, but a really good one.
It's not
Yeah,
the
it's
best.
brilliant.
Not the
We're
best.
just going to take a break there from our favourite episodes just to do another Twitter mention. I asked you guys to tweet in any possible things that you thought we should discuss, and we've got one from here from Terry.
Hi, Derry.
Hi Terry, good to have you.
All detail.
You've mentioned that you think a film is long overdue for Frasier. And as it happens, when Sex and the City came out as a film, Kelsey Grammer, Frasier, said that if Friends were to do a film after this, then Frasier would be the next to follow. So fingers crossed. There have been some rumours of a Friends film recently. So.
I've got some. I think I've got the last bit of news on this, but it's from a couple of years ago. So fingers crossed, things might change. The last thing Kelsey Grammer said on it was that unfortunately it's not true at all. Nothing's happening and Frasier's done. Then there was a quote from.
Sorry, Terry.
There's also a quote from David Hyde Pierce when he was talking about rumours of a Frasier musical.
Wow.
As you'll know, some of you'll know Pierce starred on Broadway and
yeah, he's done Broadway and West End. I've luckily actually seen David, that's Niles, in a play in the West End and managed to meet him at stage door, which is the best famous person I've ever met, obviously.
Well,
and also
quote
Kelsey
was, no, we don't want to do anything like that. It's something we're all very proud of and are happy to leave this indication. Life goes on. But you never know, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Maybe life will stop and come back to it.
Yeah, but where would we go? Where would we go with a Frasier movie?
I don't know with a Frasier movie, but I've always said if they were to do a spin-off sitcom, and I know these don't always go well, but we have to remember that Frasier is a spin-off. I think it would be great to see Daphne and Niles with their kids growing up, and also we'd have Frederick grown up a little bit, and you could still have Frasier and Martin attached to it. I think as long as you've got those characters and the same kind of scriptwriters, you're still onto a bit of a winner.
I'd like to see it happen.
Yeah. So we'll go on to another. This is one of our favourite Twitter followers. This is Ludlight. So we don't actually know your proper name, so sorry about that, but you've always been a good follower and always get involved. You've mentioned a stage show there, but actually we've already just discussed that. But another great one you said is Lisa Kudrow as Roz. And just in case any of you don't know this, Lisa Kudrow is Phoebe in Friends, and she was originally cast as Roz. But they actually started filming with her playing Roz, but decided that the chemistry didn't quite work, which is why we got Perry to take over, who obviously is perfect at the role. So, boys, what do you think about Phoebe playing Roz?
Well, I think it was a fantastically fortuitous turn of events.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't imagine anyone other than Perry playing Roz. I'm not a massive Friends fan, to be honest, and I can't really imagine Lisa Kudrow playing it.
I can't.
She'd have to play it in a completely different manner.
Definitely.
I imagine something a bit like Phoebe, which I don't think would work.
Not at all. It's just a totally different type of character. I do like Friends, but I think Frasier's always had the edge.
By leaps and bounds.
Yeah, leaps and bounds. It's just a lot more intelligent, and as you said, I think the writing of Roz would be so different. They'd have to make her a lot more ditzy and less. They couldn't have really played the whole man-eater thing quite so well.
It's a bit harsh on Lisa Kudrow.
Well,
I just don't know if she could do what Perry does so well.
And she's not as good looking, let's be honest.
That's for you, Perry. We're big fans.
Stop being so creepy.
Right, so let's start talking about our
Dr. Frasier. Okay.
Right, stop there.
Dr. Okay.
Stop that.
Dr. Okay.
Right, so we're now going to go on to a few of our favourite guest characters. We're going to go for our favourite guest character, followed by a funny comedy guest character.
What about our favourite and then our least favourite?
Okay, much better. Okay, well, all right.
Anything in between, really.
Okay, well, I'll start with my least favourite. I'd actually go with Anne. She's the lady who...
Oh, not Anne here.
I don't think anyone likes Anne. Tell us if you like Anne. We'd like to hear someone disagree with this. But Anne is the lady who comes to stay in Frasier's apartment.
The insurance.
She breaks her leg. And he's worried that she's going to sue him. And I just can't stand her. I don't know what it is. It just doesn't...
No, she's a ball character.
I don't even watch them episodes, to be honest.
And
puts me off that much.
Who's a favourite guest for you guys? I think I'd have to say Guy is my number one. Guy's a classic.
He's great.
Love Guy. He's...
Good night, and I please have some privacy.
You're just putting the moves on everyone, aren't you?
Would you kindly get out of my bed? I am not gay, Guy.
Please acknowledge your true nature. Stop chasing these lesbians.
Love Guy. He's...
What about Patrick Stewart?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And Tom, the station manager.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah.
In fact, there's a theme here that we all like the confusing
Gay
storylines. Yeah, they're pretty good.
But they all make for such excellent episodes.
Yeah, they do. And they're all quite similar in the idea that they're chasing someone that they think's gay and isn't it? And that's all pretty funny.
All excellent characters.
Yeah, I also controversially really like Clive, who's Daphne's ex-boyfriend, just because his English accent is so bad.
I think we like Clive, but I wonder if we don't laugh at him rather than with him.
Yeah, maybe.
But maybe that's all you
him.
need. He doesn't have much to work with.
Dr. Crane.
Dr. Frasier Crane? Dr. Frasier Crane?
I don't think there's anything quite impressive about your bathroom.
Dr. Crane? Dr. Crane?
Yours sounds like the Barracuda.
Doctor.
If you might not know it, but Ed has turned his impression of Clive into another character from
The Voyage of the Damned.
The Barracuda.
Barracuda.
The singer on the boat.
Do the Barracuda.
Dr. Crane.
Maybe you will be my...
special lady. Least favourite, Anne probably, but then I can't stand the lackey. What's his name? Out of the first series.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Give him the chair. What's his
Toby,
name?
is it?
No.
Something like that.
He's not in
He's a bit
Frasier.
Beavis and Butthead.
What's he doing?
In fact, he refers to him as where's
but
Butthead?
his lines are just not funny. He seems out of place.
He's more nondescript than bad, though.
No, he doesn't fit in with the rest of the...
Well, it's almost like they thought they were going to keep him as a bit of a character.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, well obviously he spoiled that, didn't he?
I don't know if it was him per se, or it's
Well,
just
the lines were badly
It was a
written.
poorly written out character. As
Well,
well,
if he's listening, I apologise to your acting skills.
But I find Simon, Daphne's brother, hard to get on with.
I used to feel that way, but I've come around to him now.
Well, he's in such good episodes. He doesn't put me off them. He could have been a lot funnier.
Yeah, I think so. Well, it's brilliant in building up to the climax with Daphne running away with Niles, which has to be one of the best moments. We'll come into that in another podcast because it's worth putting a podcast aside just for the Daphne and Niles relationship. But when they bring in Robbie Coltrane and Richard E. Grant as the brothers, it's absolutely brilliant. I love those guys.
So again, Simon's another guy that struggles with English accents.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
now
absolutely.
of Hollywood fame, who's going out with Charlotte, the lady Frasier potentially ends up with at the end of the entire series. And he's a great addition to the cast.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. I love the way that he doesn't see Frasier as any sort of threat.
No, and in fact strikes up quite an excellent friendship with him.
Gangster!
Yeah, that's what it is. You'll have what I'm having.
Okay, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our first podcast. This will hopefully be the first of many. In future, tweet as many questions and suggestions for what we talk about here.
We'd like to hear what you think of what are your favourite episodes.
A little less talking from Will, because he's talked.
Well, I'm the creator and founder, so important that I hold the reins.
Well, a lot of us don't agree with your viewpoints.
A little bit less aggression from Ed.
Yeah, Ed needs to calm down on aggression.
Well,
but from me and Tom, the friendly ones, we say goodbye. Ed's a bit more like Martin. We're the Frasier and Niles of this. But anyway, yeah, as many questions and suggestions of what you'd like us to talk about as you can, and we'll discuss anything, so get involved. Hopefully, a few of you listen to this, and this will be something we'll keep on doing, because we really enjoy talking.
Yeah, we'd like a few ideas for themes for future episodes.
Not dressing up, just the voice.
But from us, me, Will, brother Tom, and Ed,
that's me.
We'll say goodbye, and thanks for listening.
Good night, Seattle. Dr. Frasier Crane. Dr. Frasier Crane.
Laris.
Daphne.
Dr. Daphne.
Dr. Crane.
There's a barracuda.
Dr. Crane. Buenas noches.
I don't think there's anything remotely impressive about the size of your bathroom.
I can keep my silence no longer.
I cannot believe that you were spawned from that beautiful astronaut.
Kind old astronaut. Hey, Dr. Crane.